Hello and welcome to Cleo Divine Tarot. My name is Cleo and today's reading is your angel message for this week. So I have three groups for you to choose from. We have the dragon in group 1. You have the deer for group 2. And the butterfly for group 3. I want you to feel free to pause this video if you need to. Find out which group is really calling to you, which one resonates the most with you. Okay, each one's going to have a different feel to it. You might have different messages. You might feel called to more than one group, and that is okay. You might have messages in one group as well as another. So when you have selected your group, go ahead and go to the description box or the comments, click the timestamp associated with your group, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello again. If you've chosen group 1, then this is your reading. So, for my group 1s who chose the dragon, I feel like you're having a huge awakening or this conflict in your ego. And if it's not here yet, it is definitely coming. But for most of you, the dragon card is the solar plexus or the Manipura chakra. So it's all about your identity, your ego, your self-concept, your self-confidence. I feel like you've really struggled to know who you are, to know your place in this world, to know your purpose. With the inspiration card over here, I do feel like there has been some back and forth about your identity. And maybe you have attempted to find out or discover who you are and your purpose in this world through exploring different cultures or different religions or different spiritualities, maybe different books, movies, hobbies. It's like you're kind of bouncing around from place to place in your life to really discover who you are. And I'm so sorry about the truck in the background. In this process, it's like you're actually losing a lot of energy and losing your sense of self as you're kind of moving from culture to culture or hobby to hobby, book to book, movie to movie, whatever it is that you're trying to discover yourself in. It's like it's you putting on a different mask every day and trying to find yourself in somebody else or something else. And the only way to really find yourself is to look within, and that's the one place that you're not looking. And your angels want you to know that it's time to let that go. You don't have to try so hard to find who you are. The surrender card is all about letting that stress go, letting the ego fall away, and letting your soul and spirit just shine and radiate outward. And I know that sounds so much easier said than done, but this temptation card also kind of brings in some unhealthy habits that might be coming into play that might be ready to let go of. For some of you, maybe you have some addictions that need to be healed, or compulsive eating, or some recreational drug use that is not serving you anymore. And maybe those things served you and protected you for a time in your life, but right now it's like they're just these old toxic habits that are actually harming your body, harming your soul. Even though your ego is telling you that you need these things, it's time to let that ego fall away and let those old habits fall away so that you can transform into who you're meant to be and really find and discover who you are. I see you really starting to shed that old skin. This lizard here says regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. So with this regeneration card, it's interesting to me because instead of wanting to shed your skin and let the ego fall away and really become your truest self, it's like you're just putting on a mask or maybe a sweater over top of your old skin. and you find a new culture, a new hobby that you're interested in, and put another sweater over that sweater. And then you find a new book that you're interested in and kind of adopt a bunch of energy and habits and phrases from that book, and then you put another layer on. So instead of being bare and being naked in front of yourself and exposing yourself to you and realizing who you are at your core and who your soul is, who your spirit is, it's like you're struggling to just put layer on after layer after layer and kind of cover up, because it's like you don't really appreciate or admire who you are or who you've become in this life. And the solar plexus chakra, like I was saying, does have to do with self-confidence. So for this group, I feel like there is a significant lack of self-confidence and self-worth, and that may be where this temptation card comes into play. Some old habits that you picked up during childhood or during some traumatic experiences that made you feel either euphoric or better about yourself, and just kind of numbed the pain. So your angels want you to know that it's time to let go of those old habits, because right now they're doing nothing but harming you and hurting your purpose in this life. And putting on all these layers day after day, minute after minute, are also, it's like you're getting too hot. So it's time to take off all those layers, shed that old skin, and really let your soul shine from within. And don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to look within and see who you are. And even just look in the mirror at your physical self. Don't be afraid to see you for you. We also have the hummingbird. It says, miracles. You are the journey not the journey. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. Again, when you are confident and that solar plexus chakra is balanced, you radiate this energy. I can also say that the heart is really important for radiating that love, but the solar plexus is usually yellow. I personally really tie in joy, confidence, and attraction to yellow. So the more you balance this specific chakra, the more joy, happiness, and really abundance that you're going to radiate out into the world and attract back to you. Kind of like when you are walking down the sidewalk or in a store and you just kind of look away from a stranger. What do they typically do? They typically look away as well. But if you're walking past someone and you smile at them instead, even though you don't know who they are, a lot of the times they'll smile back. Sometimes they'll look away, and that's okay, but the more you radiate out that positivity and that joy and that happiness and kind of drop little bits of joy into other people's lives, the more you're going to get that back, and the more you're going to feel good about yourself, right? It's nice when we're giving and serving other people, and when we're just coming from a place of love and happiness and offering other people joy from our core. It's just very pure. There's not a malicious intent to it. There's not anything that you're trying to get out of it. It's just, you just want to be happy and you want other people to be happy, right? So be nice to other people. And that's kind of where that joy comes back to you. So, like I was saying, your angels really want you to surrender to this flow, because there's a lot of resistance. Like it's not even resistance, really. It's stronger than that. It's a full-on block. It's like you're just running headfirst into this concrete wall repeatedly over and over and over again, and none of the bricks are moving. None of the cinder blocks will budge. They won't crack. Nothing's moving. You're not getting anywhere. And it's very frustrating for you, I'm sure, when you're trying to heal and trying to find yourself, and then constantly finding yourself in this state of, well, what am I doing wrong? Well, why am I not progressing? Why? I'm trying, I'm looking, I'm searching, but I'm getting nowhere. So I do feel you being in this very frustrated state of mind, but you are very supported, and your angels just want you to let go. They're there for you. They're there with you. They are there to help guide you and to really express to you what's going on. So the more you meditate and connect with your higher self and God and your angels, the more you're really going to get a sense of who you are at your core, because you're going to be letting go of the ego, right? The more we step into that meditative mindset, the more we let go of all of our daily wants, our desires, any selfishness that we might be harboring, which is natural, right? That's part of the ego, right? The ego is all about, you know, me. So the more you kind of step out of that mindset, the more you're going to really come into your own and discover who you are. So it's not about looking outside into these external spaces to discover yourself, but looking within. And we also have new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Again, I feel like strongly communicating with your guides and your higher self is very important. This is also a new moon, so I feel like if you are someone who uses affirmations, I would start saying affirmations now, because we just passed a new moon. Your affirmations are really going to help push this forward. I'll give you some affirmations at the end of this reading when I do some advice cards too. But again, it's all about communication with your inner self, your higher self, and your guides. Because I feel like I was saying, you're looking to all these external sources and communicating with other people, other cultures, other experiences, and trying to find yourself and do like this mishmash of everything you've been through and all these people that you're discovering and exploring. And that's all well and good if you enjoy those things. It really is. It's beautiful to admire and explore other people and other cultures and things, but it doesn't necessarily tell you who you are, because you're not looking within. So we also have called. It says soul gifts and training. It is time to step up. Again, I see this person walking through this massive open door. And I feel like because it's so tall compared to the girl, that once you start to get that sense of self and let that old skin shed and let the scales fall from your eyes and let it all fall away, let the ego go, have that ego death, I feel like you're going to be moving through this massive door into this chapter of your life that you never knew could be so expansive. And it's like you'll never expect so many opportunities to be coming your way, because look at how massive this door is compared to her. And she might feel like she's stepping out into the unknown, but look, it's so beautiful, this beautiful galaxy. And I feel like, again, I see these hieroglyphs on the sides of the walls. Communication is key for getting you through that doorway to that ego death. And on the other side is going to be, you know, it might be a little difficult once you are exposed to who you truly are, but I feel like you're going to embrace it. And I feel like you're going to embrace yourself with open arms, because that's just a part of your journey. That's a part of why you're here, right? That's a part of your soul purpose and mission. So let's pull some tarot as well. I feel like we did get a lot of information from the oracle cards, and so I'm kind of hesitant to pull tarot, but we'll see what comes out. Just see if they have any additional messages for you. We have transformation. That's the Tower card in reverse. I'm going to turn it upright just so I can look at it and read it. So it does say realization, life change, and liberation. So you're really, like I said, you're holding yourself back with this resistance, this blockage. And I kind of want to know, And on the other side of that transformation, you have the Ten of Pentacles, prosperity, security, tradition. On the other side of that doorway, you're going to discover more about yourself. I feel like you're going to start communicating with your ancestors as well. More familial spirits, more family, more traditions. And I know this isn't going to apply to everyone, because a lot of people are, you know, really set in their culture, and that's fine. But I don't know why culture keeps coming up in this reading, but it is. And I feel like you might be someone who isn't very knowledgeable about your culture, and that's something else that you'll be learning as you go through this ego death. even though that's, I mean, again, culture is very external, right? But I feel like that's a big thing that's blocking you, is wanting to learn more about your ancestors and where you come from. So we also have King of Air, knowledgeable, objective, and respected. What was I saying? You're going to be learning a lot through this process, a lot more about your family, where you come from, and it's going to just put you in this place where you feel fulfilled, where you feel like not only do you understand who you are and your purpose in this life, but you're also going to understand a lot more about the people that are in your life and their purpose in your life as well. It's like you're going to be viewing your life from a bird's eye view and seeing everything, the finer details, the bigger picture, everything in between. And having that different viewpoint is really just going to just hurdle you through this doorway into a total different life when you have this ego death. All about that knowledge and self-awareness and understanding. But you've got to let go of that resistance and knock that wall down as fast as you can, right? We also have the 8 of Air and the Queen of Water. So you're doubting yourself and you're doubting your abilities. You're doubting your purpose in this life. You're having this lack of self-confidence, this fear of moving forward, this fear of self-discovery, fear even of communicating with your higher self or your angels, maybe because there's this resistance of, oh, well, what if they want me to let go of this in my life? Or what if they want me to let go of this person? Or what if they want me to move? Or what if they want me to get a different job? You know, there's this huge fear around this transition, and I totally understand where you're coming from. But the this is the 8 of Swords. 10 of Swords is coming up. But if you think about the progression from the 8 to the 10, your fear is valid. I understand that you're having those anxieties about this. However, think about the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is a death but a rebirth. So you're having this ending, but it transitions into a new beginning. I'm struggling today. Where you're giving up the old you, walking through this doorway and embracing the new you. With this Queen of Cups, this Queen of Water, it says loving, giving, and psychic. I do feel like the more you start to transition into who you're meant to be and realizing who you are and letting that ego fall away, the more you're going to fall into your spiritual gifts as well. And those are going to be able to be more attainable and accessible to you. And I'm also hearing with this Queen of Cups, give yourself some grace, give yourself some love, some peace. Be kind to yourself. Life is not easy. It's not meant to be easy. It's a huge learning process for all of us. So don't beat yourself up too bad because you've got yourself in this chokehold right now, okay? You might feel a little disappointed, but it's really time to take a step back and just meditate. I mean, this card says meditation, recuperation, and contemplation. So it's all about finding that peace of mind in the moment and stopping and standing still and not worrying about what you have to do next, not worrying about where you need to go or the things you have yet to complete. Not feeling like don't worry about time right now. Time is not of the essence. Okay, your angels want you to know that you have all the time in the world. Even though you feel like you don't, you think you don't, you really do. So let the time go. Rest, relax, be in that present moment. Embrace and love who you truly are at your core. And don't sit there and suspend yourself like this hanged man in reverse. You know, he's sitting there waiting, right? Just pausing. And I know pause is kind of what we're saying here with the pause and reflection and stuff, but he's also sitting there not able to take care of himself because he's strung up in a tree. So meaning your angels. I mean, I want to help you too, right? That's why I'm here. But your angels really want you to definitely see the bigger picture and think about things as you're going through this ego death, but don't let your entire life pass you by. Like, I feel like you're stressing so much about this and you're missing so many happy moments with people that you love because you're so focused on finding yourself, discovering yourself, and you're so stressed out about it because if you don't find yourself and you don't find your purpose, you feel like you don't have a place in this world, and that's not true at all. So let's pull some angel numbers and cards for you and some advice, and then we will move into a quick pendulum reading as well. Oh, came out very easily. All right. You're starting from square one, right? Angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that is happening. That Four of Swords, meditation, contemplation. Trust your intention and follow their guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. That is perfect. Aligns so well. So that's 0, 0. Let's see if we can get one more for you. Do we need one more? I just want one. I think we're just gonna get one. All right. Oh, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Oh. Pardon me. Ooh. All right. What other advice do they want to give to you today? We have transformation again. Transformation twice. It says things are changing at a cellular level. You have deep healing. I'm hearing embrace your roots too. Again, I just hear your culture is coming up so much in this reading, which is weird because I've never mentioned that. I never bring it up. I try to stay as I don't want to say non-specific, but I try to stay general with these readings because a lot of people from different backgrounds, ages, races, sexualities and whatnot are going to be looking at this, right? But your culture, whatever your culture is, just continues to come up. So there's something about embracing yourself and embracing your culture that's coming in as well. And I feel like maybe embracing your culture, like I said earlier, I know it's external, right? Culture is external. It's how you're raised, or, you know, just a part of your roots. But there's just this sense of really diving deep. And I'm not talking about culture with respect to the last 3 generations of your family. This is like going back like 70 generations and really exploring all of your lineage and where you come from. We also have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. Okay, so Akasha is so beautiful. I feel like with all of the meditation cards that are coming up and the transformation cards and talking about your ego death and like I was saying, looking back at your full lineage and seeing where you come from, doing like guided meditations on the Akashic records, perfect for you. Okay, you are going to be able to really look into your life purpose and where it's going, where it's come from, and your soul family, why you're here, why the people in your life are here. So I would definitely look into that if you haven't before. I want to pull some affirmations for you as well. I already have one here with the I am observant. I want to see if there's anything else Spirit wants you to know or to affirm, because we were also talking about some affirmations for you. This one is wanting to come out. Let's see if there's anything else. Yep. All right, we'll take those two. Perfect. Okay. So these have questions and affirmations on each side. So I'll go ahead and read both sides. We have, what is one thought that will keep me grounded and focused on what is positive in my life? I am responsible. Y'all. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I dropped this deck about 30 minutes ago and it just went all over the floor. And I was picking it up and as I was picking it up, I dropped one card on the floor and it was this specific card. Anyway, it says, I am responsible for how I feel today and I choose to focus on the positive. All right. So with those affirmations, with those mindsets, it's all about having confidence, joy, happiness, focusing on the now, focusing on the good things in life. When you focus on the bad, when you focus on your failures or your shortcomings or the lack mindset, you know, focusing on the things that you don't have rather than the gratitude mindset where you're focusing on the things that you do have, it's going to put you more in those negative mindsets. It's going to put you more in an imbalance. It's going to stop you from shedding that old skin that we were talking about earlier. We also have, what are some of the positive thoughts that have dominated my day? What changes do I notice while having these positive thoughts? I feel I love these. These are so perfect for this reading. I fill my mind with positive thoughts. I feel like I don't even need to say anything else after that because the first one followed it up so well. And you see, it's so funny because these cards are not like that at all. I believe in my ability to figure things out. Every experience has shaped me. I have values, you know, it's different things, but we have two positivity cards going back to that solar plexus chakra and focusing on the joy. All right. So we are going to do a pendulum reading really quickly if you're new to these. Basically, I ask for a yes or no question, and it either spins clockwise, counterclockwise, or moves like in a straight line in a direction. And so it really just depends which way it moves, whether it's a yes or no. So I want you to go ahead, ask a yes or no question, my group 1, and we're going to see what the answer is. So it's a very weak yes, but it is a yes. So what that tells me is that it's possible, but there are decisions that could be made that can alter that. Okay, so it's not quite a maybe. It's definitely, it's like a, maybe it's a maybe leaning towards a yes, but it's I don't know, like 70-30 would be appropriate, I suppose. So basically, whatever you're asking about, if it happens or if it is, by that time frame of that occurrence or, you know, whatever it is, there's a possibility of decisions being made that change that into a no. So do keep that in mind as you take this information and apply it to your life. All right. If this reading did resonate with you, I would love to hear your story in the comments. They always make me so happy. And I love replying to you guys as well and just kind of having a little chat there. If you did enjoy this reading, go ahead, like this video, subscribe for more. And if you are interested in personal readings, I do book those in my Etsy shop. They are linked in the description box below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hello again. If you've chosen group 2, then this is going to be your reading. Something interesting that I noticed right off the bat is that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards about fertility, motherhood, children. So some of you in this group might be having a baby soon. And if you're not, don't freak out. It could be about you bringing something to life, creating something, bringing it into your reality, manifesting a dream that you've been chasing after for a very long time. The Deer card is all about nurturing, love, grace, compassion, an elegance to it. Living from that heart chakra, right? Expressing love, giving love freely, and just radiating that out into the universe. We also have new beginnings with a baby. It says the fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. Again, so I feel this fear around you pursuing your dreams. Whatever this manifestation is, if it's an actual baby or if it's something you're just trying to bring into your life, whatever it is, I feel like you've been kind of standing in your own way because you're so scared that you're going to hurt it when it comes into your life. Like you're afraid you're going to ruin a good thing, or maybe that you don't deserve a good thing in this life. And the Mother-Father card is here to remind you that you do. You are very deserving. You are very loved. You are connected to the divine. The divine is your ultimate parent, right? You are an extension of the divine. The divine is love. You are love. You are loved. And you are worthy of good things in this life. So do not be afraid and do not fear that you are not good enough for this blessing, this manifestation, this dream that you're trying to bring to fruition and to reality. I feel like it's just difficult for you to let go of of that fear of just messing up a good thing. We also have moderation and baby steps. So I feel like it's something that's going to take time to really get to bring it into the world, to kind of incubate it and allow it to grow and actually be born into this physical reality. So I do think that patience is required, but it's not only patience that's required, it's also going to be consistency. This says action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So even if this dream that you have doesn't make sense, you don't understand how you could make it happen, or you don't understand why you deserve it, or you don't believe that you do deserve it, scratch that. Don't worry about it. Go after it anyway, because it is meant for you. All right? What is meant for you will be yours. And I see that with this beautiful doorway, this beautiful cosmic card, the Mother, Father, God. You are deserving of this dream that you have. With the elephant, before even reading the card, the first thing I think of is elephants just blow down obstacles. They barge right through them. They don't care about them. They don't let anything stand in their way. And I feel like that is the energy that you are meant to embody right now. It's going to take hard work, consistency. Excuse me. The B also says community. So whatever you're trying to bring about, you are also probably afraid of asking other people for help, especially with this heart chakra being here. The heart and the throat are so heavily linked, and the heart is all about your desire and love and compassion, and the throat is about expressing yourself. So I feel like both of them just being very heavily linked together and very imbalanced in this specific group. So it's like you might be afraid to voice your opinions or voice your needs and desires, afraid to let other people nurture you as well and to help you and assist you. But it's time to let those fears go and ask for help when you need help, okay? This card says you are a powerful creator. More creation, right? Creation, 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 creation. Your work blesses everything you touch. That's a beautiful affirmation for you. My work blesses everything I touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. This dream is going to, whatever this is that you're trying to bring to fruition, is something that is going to provide you with so much joy with this sunflower, so much abundance and happiness. But again, it's going to take more than one person to bring this into reality. And that's okay. Just don't stand in your own way and be afraid of asking other people for help. Take those baby steps. Take it a day at a time. Take it a step at a time. Don't worry about how you're going to get there or when you're going to get there. Just move. Knock down those barriers, knock down those walls, and start moving towards your success. The elephant card reads, love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone that you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Again, don't worry about a thing. Just keep moving forward. Don't worry about all the time that it's going to take. You're very loved in this field that you're in. You're very loved by the people that surround you. I'm just hearing don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing. Because every little thing's going to be all right. Let's get some tarot for you. See if we can get any additional messages that your angels want to pull through. I also saw 7:47 on the clock, so that might be significant. If somebody wants to look that up and post that in the comments, it might help out the rest of the group too. All right. Okay, we have the wheel, luck, progress, and change. 6 of earth, charity, generosity, windfall. 8 of water, searching, empowerment, and fulfillment. So I feel like starting off strong with the wheel. This thing that you're trying to bring into your reality right now is something that is meant to happen. It's not just destiny, it is fate. Okay, this is something that was set in stone before you were here. Okay, this was dictated before. Now, I feel like no matter where your life goes, no matter what pathway you really take, you're going to probably be led back to this place, and it's going to come to fruition. So, again, just keep taking those baby steps, and it's going to come sooner than you think. It's going to come easier than you think. I mean, the elephant, it's about an ease. It's not just about success and making it to the end point, the end goal that you have in mind. It's about how easy it's supposed to be. So if it doesn't feel easy, I don't want to say it's not right, because this is right for you. But if it doesn't feel easy, you're resisting it in some way, some shape, or some form. You're kind of standing in your own way and blocking this huge blessing that's coming in. With the Six of Pentacles is a very giving, nurturing energy. Reminds me of this deer right here. Very, very giving. I do feel like maybe for some of you, you are afraid that you don't have the money to put into this specific manifestation or dream. But your angels are telling you, walk away from that idea, walk away from that belief. Those negative thoughts and negative aspects and affirmations that you're telling yourself are going to put you in that state of being where you are losing financial stability. So don't even think it, don't even say it. Don't worry about money, because this is going to bring you so much happiness and joy, and your money is not going to be a problem in this dream or goal that you have. The Eight of Wands also says empowerment and fulfillment. So it's also really important to just leave behind this old mindset and this fear-based mindset. Like, look how this angel is guiding them onto this path. It's a very long path, like we said. I did say earlier, it's going to take some time to bring this about. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight like that. But the way you're living your life now, stressing about this dream that you have and how long it's going to take, or if you're going to make it, it's doing nothing good for you. It's just hurting you. It's hurting your heart more and more every single day. For some of you, I'm hearing that it's actually infertility. You're afraid that you're never going to have a baby. Maybe you've been trying for a while and it's just not happening. But I'm hearing for the majority of you that this is something that's meant to happen. So even if that's something that you achieve through adoption, it is something that's meant to happen. You are meant to be a parent in this lifetime. So that being said, the first quarter moon down here, it says your commitment is being tested. Again, it's all about patience. The divine wants to know, do you really want this? We want to know if you really want this, because if you don't, now's the time to back out. All right? I see this happening regardless, honestly. I'm going to be honest, at least for most of you. But they're really testing your patience and testing your commitment, because this dream that you're trying to manifest is something that's going to take a lot of patience when you get it. It's not something that you can rush towards, gain immediately, and then be like, oh, I know what to do with this. This is something, like, again, for those of you it's not a baby, it's something you're bringing into, you're just creating. Kind of take it as metaphorical when I talk about the baby, okay? Think of having a baby. How long it takes to, bake the bun in the oven. That's 9 months just in the womb, okay? Then you give birth to it, and then you're having to learn how to parent the entire time that you're raising this child for, however many years. I don't want to say 18 because it's, parenthood. I feel like parenthood doesn't really stop, honestly, but it's like, this is something that's not going to be easy, and it's going to take a lot of patience and a lot of time. So the divine's like, I need to know that you have the patience to handle this dream, this goal, this abundance, this blessing that I'm wanting to give to you. Because if I just drop it in your lap, are you going to be prepared to actually receive it? Are you going to know how to handle it? Are you going to know how to take care of it? I mean, if you've never been a parent before and you just adopt an 8-year-old from a different culture, and you've not done any research, you have no idea how to parent, you don't know anything about their culture, maybe they don't speak the same language as you, do you know how to take care of that kid? I mean, yeah, you can feed them and clothe them, but do you know how to give them a very fulfilling childhood? It's kind of like that. The divine wants to make sure that you're capable of giving this creation what it needs to grow and to nurture it properly, and not to just receive it and then let it die and wither away. So, that's a big message for you guys. All right, let's see if we can pull some angel numbers for you. Okay, we have 13. I am confident. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. think we only pulled one for the last group, but I always ask. Okay, so we have 13 and 10. I am confident, I am ingenious. You are a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something real. Creativity, creating something, bringing it to fruition, having a uniqueness to it. An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goals. Steady, steady, steady. That's what we were talking about, baby steps. Keep that consistency. Keep that steady flow that you're having. Just maintain that flow, and you're going to reach these dreams. You're going to reach these goals in I was about to say in no time. Not in no time, but it'll feel like in no time. If you actually embrace the flow and embrace the journey, you'll get there, and then you'll be like, man, where'd the time go? How did I get here this fast? It feels like it was yesterday that I was just starting out. We also have 10. You have great leadership skills. Again, parenting. Your mind is sharp and allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details, and then direct others how to carry things out. So again, I feel this is like, for most of you, either becoming a parent and leading your children and leading your household, or becoming like a business owner, running your own company, running your own show, and kind of guiding employees along the way. Or maybe, you know, a teacher, a mentor, something like that, like a counselor, nutritional counseling, or something, you know, something where you're guiding other people is what I'm hearing. You're nurturing other people, loving other people, caring for them. Even the Six of Pentacles is about generosity and giving other people wealth, but it could also represent a wealth of knowledge for some of you, right? So don't be afraid to voice your opinions, voice your ideas, and let them flow freely. Don't resist the creativity that comes to you, okay? Watch this one be about birth or creation. It may not be, but at this point it really wouldn't surprise me. No, well, soul family. We have soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And then we have star mother on the bottom. Family, mother. I'm telling you, a lot of you, this is going to be kids that you're bringing into the world or have recently brought into the world. How can you mother yourself? Interesting. So for some of you, discipline may also be something that you need to work on. Just disciplining yourself with consistency, right? It takes discipline to be consistent. It takes discipline to be steady and to work hard at something that you want. It's easy to give up, right? It's easy to give up on our dreams. Even when we're passionate about something, our fear can kind of overcome us and just drain us of our joy and our passion over time, really. So kind of, I would recommend whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether you're learning about parenting and figuring that out step by step, or you're bringing something into creation, a business, an art project or something, or you know, your own company, whatever it is, be consistent, be dedicated, be disciplined. Have that set time where you wake up in the morning. Have that set time when you work on learning more about this creative endeavor. And then kind of figure out a plan, maybe figure out where you want to go. I mean, you don't have to, you can totally go with the flow, right? You can totally go with the flow, because either way, if you have something more structured or if you're just going with the flow, this is going to come to fruition either way. I feel like it'll be easier for you and you won't stand in your way as much if you kind of start mapping out your steps a little more clearly, though, because right now it feels like we have this new beginnings card, and I feel like you're kind of in the beginning stages of this where you know what you want, but you don't know how to get it, or you don't know how to reach that goal. So with the soul family, it says call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. We also have community. What was I telling you? I'm telling you, there are going to be times throughout this journey, throughout this process, where you are going to feel like you want to do it all by yourself because you don't like asking people for help. You're not open about reaching out to people. You just don't like talking about that. Maybe it makes you feel weak, or maybe people have shunned you in the past when you reached out for help, but it's very pertinent to find people or be accessible to people who are going to be necessary on this journey. Okay, let me pull some affirmations for you, and then we will do a quick pendulum reading. If you're new to those, I'll explain that a bit more when we get to it. My goal is to pull 2, but if extra come out, then they do. Okay. Well, we have 4. So, all right. A lot about self-confidence and how you see yourself, which is interesting because group 1 was about solar plexus chakra and confidence and, you know, personal power and things like that. Okay. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. We have a mirror and it says, I stay true to myself and my desires. So, like I was saying earlier, don't let that passion fade. Don't let the potential difficulties and the fears and worries about how long it's going to take or how difficult this journey might be, don't let that stop you. Stay true to those desires. Those desires come from the heart. This passion that you have comes from the heart. This desire to create, whether it's a person that you're wanting to create or a dream, it's instilled in your heart for a reason. This is something you were meant to do in this life. We also have, I am strong and capable. Again, don't let your self-confidence waver, especially when it comes to asking other people for help. You have what it takes to accomplish this, and you have what it takes to ask others for help in order to help you accomplish this, okay? Don't let those obstacles get in your way. Don't let discipline, a lack of discipline, stop you from achieving these dreams and goals. We also have a mountain. Look at that. You're climbing that mountain right now, step by step, those baby steps. I am flexible and willing to change my mind. I don't think this is about changing your mind on this dream, but what's going to happen is with this mountain, you might have obstacles or roadblocks that come in and kind of interrupt, okay? I was talking earlier about this elephant blowing through those obstacles, okay? Elephants are very strong and they're very smart. So if you do come across an obstacle that is bigger than you, something that is you just can't break down, you have what it takes and you have the knowledge to go around that obstacle and find another way, okay? We also have my imperfections make me unique. I feel like your uniqueness is something that's going to play into this creativity, whether it's a kid or a business. Your uniqueness is something that's going to just cause this creation to fully thrive in this life. All right, group 2. So we have your pendulum reading. Basically, we're going to ask a yes or no question, and depending on which way the pendulum moves, whether it's up and down, side to side, clockwise, counterclockwise, that tells me whether or not it is yes or no. Sometimes maybes can come in there, but I'll usually explain what I'm feeling if it does come up. So I want you to take a moment, breathe, think of a yes or no question that you want to ask. Pause if you need to. And we will get into your pendulum reading. So we have a yes. It is a subtle yes, but it's there. But notice how over time it's getting bigger. So this is something that's a yes, but the more time that passes, the bigger that yes gets. Like it goes from like a yes to a hell yes to an F yes. So as you dive deeper into this, I feel like things are just going to get better and better for you. All right, group 2, that is your reading. If this did resonate with you, I would love to hear your story. What are you creating in the comments? Yeah, I think that'd be really cool to know. So if you did enjoy this, go ahead and like, subscribe for more content. And if you're interested in personal readings, I do offer those through my Etsy shop, which is linked in the description box below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hello, if you've chosen group 3, this is your reading, The Beautiful Butterfly. So you guys, oh my goodness, I feel like you are someone who's very intelligent, very studious, someone who loves to learn. You've been through, maybe you have a very rigorous education, you've achieved a lot of success, Or maybe you just study in your free time, like you research different things, different hobbies. There's just this sense of you knowing a lot and being prepared for a lot of different situations, spending a lot of time, many years learning about different things so that you could be prepared if they come your way or when they come your way. I feel like it's something you're stuck on. Like you have this thirst for knowledge that is unquenchable. And I feel like you do have good intentions when you're learning about different things and learning how to do different things. Because you're learning about all of this because you have these dreams, these wishes, these desires that you want to come to fruition, that you want fulfilled. You want this success in this lifetime, and that's totally understandable. You want your manifestations to come into reality. I feel like one thing for you, if you are musical or you are musically inclined in any way, writing music and speaking your affirmations or singing your affirmations through music that you write or through lyrics that you write are really going to help you specifically. That's just a message I'm getting for this group. It may not be everyone in this group. I just had to say it because I feel it coming through. This butterfly is all about transformation. And I feel like there's a change that you are resisting and you're procrastinating this new chapter in your life, this new journey, because you're like, I need to learn more information before I step out of my comfort zone and move towards that dream and that goal. This is a very big dream that you have, and it's something that I feel like is probably your purpose in this life, and you're afraid to go out on a limb and chase after that dream because you feel like you don't have the knowledge or experience to pursue it. However, you're kind of sticking yourself in this loop where you're not really getting any experience because you're focusing more on knowledge than experience. You will learn a lot through the experience that you gain. Experiences are a form of learning. Experiences are a form of knowledge. We learn from our failures. We learn from our successes, what works, what doesn't work. And your angels are telling you it's time to step out of that comfort zone with the North Node. North Node is all about your purpose. So don't be afraid to fly towards your future, to move towards your future, to move towards those goals that I feel like they're pursuing you. This is something that is haunting you day and night, that is like you're constantly thinking about it, but also trying to shove it down deep inside where you don't have to think about it, but it just keeps resurfacing and saying, hi, I'm here. You can't forget about me. I'm your purpose. We're not going to disappear. We're not going to go away. We're going to keep bugging you until you follow this path. And there's just a form of resistance to that transformation. And I don't feel like there's really a huge transformation for you to have other than shifting your mindset from that pursuit of knowledge to getting out into the world and getting that experience, that real world experience in your field. So with the elk, it says nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. You have so many people on the other side that want to see you succeed, not just yourself. I know you want to succeed. Okay, I feel like you're afraid of success. You have this fear of, well, what if I fail in the public? What if I fail in front of the people that I love or people that look up to me? Don't worry about that because everybody who's successful fails. Okay, failure is a way for us to learn. You don't just get handed success and then know how to take care of it and know what to do with it. It doesn't work like that. You have the knowledge and skills that you need in order to follow this path, okay? Don't doubt yourself, but to just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to climb the rest of that mountain. I feel like you're like halfway up the mountain where you're going through your education, and then the latter half of the mountain that you're just kind of not really climbing up is the experience part, and it's like you've climbed halfway up and you're just encircling the mountain so you don't have to go up anymore. It's kind of what I'm feeling. So don't be afraid to climb to the top, because when you get to the top, I'm seeing the Hermit card where the man is cloaked and he's got his staff and he's got all of the knowledge and wisdom and experience that he's gained, and he's standing on top of the mountain looking down at the whole town. just like, wow, this is such a beautiful view. Look at how far I've come. You're proud of yourself, but you're humble at the same time. That's what this elk card is asking you to do. Be proud of how far you've come. Acknowledge how far you've come, but also stay humble with that, okay? Don't be like, well, I'm better than you. I have a higher education, or I have more success. It's not about that. It's not about how far you've climbed up that mountain. It's about, I mean, it is, but it's not about bragging about it. Does that make sense? So don't put the people down that are not as high up as you, okay? If you're higher than someone on that mountain, encourage them. Give them words of encouragement, or maybe lend a helping hand. Reach your hand out and be like, hey, let me help you take that next step, right? That's where we really find success. I feel like with this success that you're moving towards, it's something you're not going to do alone. Kind of like group 2. We talked about them having a community and having people that they could work with. I mean, all of these cards, with these are the energies that you're supposed to be taking in. Things that you're supposed to be embodying in this current period of your life. And both of these they're kind of with other people, with other beings, right? We have the squirrel and 2 birds, and we have the 2 elk. So I don't feel like you're supposed to be working alone while you're gaining this success. I feel like you're supposed to be out in the open, out in the public eye, and with other people in your field. And again, this is part of your purpose, part of your plan. We have a new earth. It's happening. Hold the vision. Again, I feel like this is you staring at this pathway that is before you, this big dream or goal, this accomplishment. And you're just like, wow, that is massive. How am I ever going to reach that goal? Or how am I ever going to take care of that properly? You guys might benefit from watching group 2, possibly. So I would take a look at that and see if it resonates. But it's like, you feel so small compared to this achievement that you're trying to get to or towards. And you're just like, man, how am I ever going to be successful? That's for people who are, rich or pretty or famous, or were born into wealth or born into success. But that's not true at all. And I feel like you're kind of struggling to see that you have put in the work, you've put in the effort in order to be as successful as other people who are high ranking. We also have spiritual growth coming up. This card just reminds me to remind you that you are connected to the divine. When it comes to not being alone on this journey, you have angels, ancestors, and spirit guides that are there to help you on this journey, that are there to help you to move forward in this life and progress, and to let go of those fears of transformation, and to keep taking those steps forward towards that purpose that you have in life. See if we can pull some cards for you. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys have to watch group 2. We have the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like for a lot of you, this is a career, maybe a career change. Maybe you've been learning about a different field or a different job for a very long time, and you just keep procrastinating, and you're like, I don't want to get out there. I don't have enough experience. I want to learn more first. And you're holding yourself back. And this career field is something that's going to provide you with a lot of prosperity and success and financial security. You're not going to have to worry about money for sure. We also have the Knight of Fire. This is about passion, drive. This career field is something that you're more passionate about, something that really lights your fire, makes you happy every time you think about it, makes you happy when you're involved in it. We also have the 10 of Air, endings, recovery, and freedom. Again, with you kind of holding yourself back, I feel you really holding yourself back, kind of like group 2. You're standing in your own way, and you're procrastinating from pursuing this passion. And it's time for you to be more confident and realize that even though you step out of your comfort zone, it's not really the end. It may close one door, but another door is going to open. And if a door doesn't open, you find a window and get out the window, right? So you're not going to be trapped if you choose to move towards this other career or a different phase in your career. I felt a card, but it's not coming out. We also have temperance, balance, compromise, self-control, and moderation. I feel like that's about the knowledge. You're someone who really wants to learn a lot and maybe too much. Maybe you're pursuing way too much knowledge right now. We even have the Queen of Air on the bottom. Experience, brilliance. This is someone who's very knowledgeable, very elegant when they speak, well-spoken, high class, very educated. You are someone who knows a lot about this passion that you are obsessed with, regardless of whether you're chasing this field or not. I feel like you're focusing all of your energy in the wrong spot, and your angels are telling you to slow down and bring some of that energy back to yourself, or push some of that energy back out into this actual passion that you have. Because when you're focusing it all on something else, you're losing your inspiration. You're losing that passion that you had in the first place, and even the creativity. And you're not going to be able to make any of that come to fruition if you're focusing on something else. We also have the Ten of Water. I feel like it's not going to be as fulfilling, and you're holding yourself back from your blessings when you're focusing on this other, I don't know if it's just another job or another passion of yours, but the one that you're thinking about, when I say it's one that really lights your fire and you're procrastinating about it, that one is what's going to bring you happiness, fulfillment, and blessings. It's going to bring you a lot more money than the one that you're currently pursuing. And when you pursue the one that you should be pursuing, your actual purpose, you're going to feel fulfilled, and you're not going to worry about money anymore, because you're going to have financial stability. I mean, we have the 10 of Earth and the 5 in reverse. So you're not even going to worry about money anymore. And I feel like you might be someone who does worry about money very frequently. And you may live paycheck to paycheck, or maybe you just have a lot of bills to pay and kids to support, or other family members to support. And that can be kind of scary when your job isn't going to pay the bills, right? Or barely does. Let's see if we can pull some angel numbers for you, get some extra guidance. All right, well, those came out very easily. Okay, we have 000. I am a creator. You are one with the Creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on Earth. Don't be afraid to chase those dreams of yours, because they are going to birth a beautiful creation for you. We also have 16. I am perceptive. You have an inquisitive mind. Again, all of the knowledge cards that came out, even the Queen of Air, Queen of Swords. You have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings. A wisdom seeker, and your angels asked to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. You are someone who has gained so much knowledge over your lifetime, and it is time for you to open up about that knowledge and share it with other people, because it's going to help other people's lives become easier, happier, healthier, and be more blessed. All right. Let's see if we can pull any other information for you that you might need to know. Wow. Okay, so we have Starseed. Quote, what lights you up? Again, what are you most passionate about? What drives you? What lights that fire in you and makes you feel like, I can't live without this? Mirror, who or what is triggering you? You are triggering you. You are stopping yourself. You are standing in your way. That's what this mirror literally is. You're standing in your own way. Okay, you're blocking yourself from your blessings and limiting yourself from all of this fruitfulness, this abundance, this prosperity. We also have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zone, like this North Node card says. Step out of your comfort zone and be who you want to be. I feel like where you are in life right now is not necessarily who you had envisioned in your future, or where you envisioned yourself in your future. And there's this transformation that needs to take place in order for you to step into the energy that, it's like, how do I word it? If you step into the energy of who you want to be, you will become that person, right? Kind of like dress for success. If you want to be a lawyer, go ahead and dress like it, and then you'll start acting like it too, and start taking on those traits and characteristics, and then doing the baby steps that will get you to that, studying hard, staying up late at night, committing to an education. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, group 3. I had forgotten to give you your affirmations, so we're going to try to stitch this in the middle before your pendulum reading. Pardon me. All right. So we were talking about your transformation and chasing after that dream and getting out of your own way, and stop worrying about all of the knowledge that you have and gaining more knowledge, and focus on that experience, right? What does my dream life look like? How will having everything I need make me feel? It says, I already have everything I need. Oh my goodness. Like I was saying, just embody that energy and it will come to you. You've got what it takes. You've got what you need. It says, I am surrounded by positive people who bring out the best in me. Again, what was I saying earlier too about the two cards? We had the elk and the squirrel. It had friends. They had friends around them. They were not alone. And it's important for you to remember that you are not alone. All right. What does this say? There are more than enough resources for everyone, including me. In what ways is my life abundant right now? How can I show gratitude for my abundance? So don't worry about not having enough knowledge, not worrying about, I have to learn something else before I can go out on my own. You don't have to do everything alone, okay? You don't have to learn how to, open your business entirely on your own. There are people that you can hire or friends that you can ask for help from. People use other people as resources. That's not to say don't be thankful for them being resources, but there are people at your disposal to help you and to ensure that you get this dream and goal that you're pursuing up and running. So I'll see you at your pendulum reading today. If you are new to pendulum readings, basically I give you a moment to think of a yes or no question, and then I hold the pendulum up and it either goes clockwise, counterclockwise, or moves in a straight line in some direction, and that tells me whether or not it is yes or no. So I want you to go ahead and think of a yes or no question. If you need to pause, feel free to pause. See if we can get a yes or no answer for group 3. All right. It's the moment of truth. Oh, let's wait until it stops spinning. All right. Okay, so whatever you ask, there's a no. But there's also a tangle, like a knot in this chain. So there's something blocking you heavily from whatever you're asking about. Something's getting in the way. Maybe it's you still standing in your own way. I'd really like to get this knot out and allow you to ask your question again, though. I feel like this happened for a reason. But I do want you to have the same opportunity as everyone else has had, because that only seems fair. So if you'll give me a moment, I think we got it. There we go. All right. So I'll let you think of a different one. Think of a different one. Don't ask the same one because we may get a different answer. I do feel like some of you, that was meant to happen and you were meant to experience that. But I want you to think of another yes or no question. Take a moment if you need to, pause. And we're going to work through this and see what the answer is. Interesting. We have a yes this time. I had this gut feeling like it was going to be no, but we had a yes that time. Fantastic. All right, so that is your reading for today. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear your story in the comments below. Maybe what your dream is that you're kind of standing in your own way of, what that dream is that you're holding yourself back from. And if you did enjoy this, go ahead, like this video, subscribe for more content. And if you're interested in personal readings, I do book those currently. My Etsy shop is linked in the description box below. I'll catch you guys in the next video.